We all know that passion for any sport starts at a young age, and no more so than in motorcycle racing. The important thing is to get them when they got the passion, nurture them and turn them into the champions. And that's what's slowly happening here in Australia. Junior racing has been a big part in Australian road racing for a number of years, but at the end of 2018, Motorcycling Australia took the reins of it finally and took it all in-house instead of private promoters busting their nut trying to do something for the sport. MA have taken over, joined forces with Moto Stars, one of the leading junior training and supermoto categories in Australia. Proprietor of that and the boss of it, Damien Cudlin, is also one of the head gang or the head ganger in the Oceania Junior Cup. Damo, I think I hit that in a nutshell, but with MA taking this over in the last 12 months, we've seen what a proper organisation can do with getting the juniors lifted in the profile.
Oh, you can see it, can't you? I mean, not only is it some of the best racing, I think, of the weekend, because the format that they've got with the Yamaha R15s means that parity is paramount. You know, the kids are all on the same equipment, and they've all got the same gear to work with, so it invites close racing, which is awesome to watch. And of course it means that the kids are learning a lot in terms of racecraft as well. You know, really hard to get away from the pack in this class, and that forces them to learn some racecraft. And you know, I forget sometimes when I'm talking to them that they're only, some of them 11 to 12 years of age, you know, because there's a lot of wise heads on very young shoulders. But I suppose that's my job, is to, you know, part of this program is not just the opportunity to showcase their skills, but also an opportunity to learn. And that's sort of my role. I guess with my experience, I'm trying to pass on as much of that as I can to the kids, and give them the best overall learning experience possible.
Well, saying that, what have you learned in 12 months? Because it's we've been talking over the last couple of years about different things, and certainly a steep learning curve to go from what it was to all that investment by Yamaha and MA and everybody else, Racondi Leathers, everybody at Pirelli, everybody that's come on board, AGV helmets.
Yeah, look, absolutely. It's been a big job to get all of this put together, and I think MA should be proud of what they've done in order to get all that together. But you know, it's been also boosted with some of the feeder classes that we've got at MotoStars too. You know, we start with them at 9 and 10 years of age, and that's acted as a great feeder. You know, a lot of these kids are familiar to me. I mean, I've trained every single one of them now that are on the grid here. So that's been a good boost for the series as well. And you know, I think it's only going to get stronger. What I've learnt, honestly, in the last 18 months is that I think there's just as much talent here in Australia as there is in these countries that seem to be dominating at the moment, like in Spain and Italy and Germany and so on. There's just as much talent here, I can tell you. The problem has been in the past that they haven't been exposed to it early enough. And now they are, and that will make all the difference. It might take a couple of years for these kids to be well-known sort of household names, but I can tell you they'll all come from here.
But saying that, we've got the Oceania Junior Cup for the one-make R15s, but you said about the juniors from 9s, we've still got the Australian Road Racing Championships for the 70s and the 85s as well.
Yeah, look, I mean, we start them, you know, training with us at our coaching and practice days at MotoStars as young as 8, you know, get them out there on little KO 150s and little Metra kits and, you know, 2-strokes, anything with 2 wheels, to be honest with you. They can bring their dirt bikes along and fit them with road tyres. And we get them out there learning the skills, learning the discipline, and, you know, getting the passion for road racing. You know, there's not many that come to me and do a day with us and say, oh, you know what, I didn't like that much. I mean, the mums and dads are always, you know, shaking my hand and thanking me at the end of the day. I said, don't thank me yet. You know, you'll probably be cursing my name in years to come, because the kids all get hooked. And that's you know, that's what it's about. We're going to get more bums on seats and more kids out there doing it. And with more kids doing it, you know, there's more of them pushing each other. That's raising the bar again. And I'm sure that we'll see future champions come out of this class.
Now, you said mums and dads. I've had experience with mums and dads. You've got 27 kids here now. That means 54 parents.
Yeah, look, I mean, it can be a challenge at times, but look, I've got to say, the majority of the parents are absolutely fantastic to work with, and you know, I've actually made some really good friends along the way, and some of whom have helped with the series and helped in other ways, and you know, they all want the same thing. They want the best for their kids, and sometimes in competition that can mean a little bit of rivalry, but that's healthy too. As long as it, as long as they keep it all under control and keep it professional, which is our job as well, sort of to set the ground rules and so on. But that's what we do at the start of the year. This is the first test for a few kids. There's a few that have stayed on from last year, but there's a few that are new to it. So we've got to sort of set the ground rules and introduce them to the system that we work in. I mean, it's a big program, mate. If we don't have a system here, it's just chaos. So that's part of professional racing, and that's kind of what we're getting them geared up for. We're essentially giving them a chance to race like a factory racer would. You turn up here, your bikes are provided, your gear's there, and you've got a certain place to be at a certain time, and we start that with them now, so it makes it easier for them later on.
All right, well, no doubt we'll be talking to you throughout the year with the 6 rounds of the Oceania Junior Cup, and also your Supermoto as well, the Junior Road Race. That's another project you've got. No doubt we'll be talking more about that during the course of the year, but all the best, and I don't envy you one bit anymore, mate.
Nah, good on you, Braxy. Thanks, mate. Cheers.